we've planted thousands of corals here, so it's a special chance for you to look into the future and see what the corals you plant today will look like in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years from reef restoration efforts. That's what today is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a learning opportunity for you all to pick our brains, talk to our team, ask any questions under the sun, whether that's about the work, marine science, a career in this space, and then what you can do. We'll share so many resources after the fact about how you can continue helping with coral conservation outside of just today. So in terms of the actual efforts, our expeditions always look a little different depending on the task at hand. So today we're actually going to focus mostly on what we call the boulder corals, the brain and star corals, not so much the branching corals. So we actually already have some of these corals in the boat. We've been gardening them in our lab. We loaded them up this morning, so they're in one of our tubs right now. So we'll be adding those to these reef cell bases that we've developed with a manufacturer to create this little miniature reef. To actually build your own little coral cocoons, you're all going to have your little miniature reef. And you're going to work to just clean all the arms, the stem, maybe even some of the fishing line. You can see we just hang these corals with fishing line because they get overgrown and it kind of slows down the coral's growth. So we'll spend about 10-15 minutes doing that just to upkeep the overall nursery. Then we're going to pivot to additional collection. So we're actually going to collect some new corals from the offshore nursery as well today. So we've planted thousands of corals here, so it's a special chance for you to look into the future and see what the corals you plant today will look like in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years from reef restoration efforts. So these are both of our sites today. On the first site, again, we're going to be going to the coral nursery, which if anyone can see, I marked it with a surface marker. So really helpful just for the divers and snorkelers to kind of know where they're heading. We're actually currently laying over the reef. So if you look, you can kind of see that faint dark line running kind of parallel to the shore. That's the reef. So we are over the heart of the reef right now. So when we actually plant the coral, we're just going off the back, which is the beautiful part about it. The front of the boat, collecting corals, back of the boat, planting corals. created a little blueprint called just 12 Ways to Help. So there's 12 easy things that you could do